Resolution number 1, filed by Speaker Sonny Belmonte, will remain a priority in the legislative agenda of the lower house. That resolution is pushing for amendments to the economic provisions of the Constitution. Let's have the details from Freddie Abando.
Congress will end its first regular session for the 16th Congress next week, although the House passed a number of priority bills to include the National Land Use Policy. Debates and discussions on the floor for the proposed the economic provisions of the Constitution and the anti-dynasty bill are far from over. It will continue in July after the President delivers his State of the Nation address. However, the focus of the House may be diverted to tackle the proposed 2015 national budget and the Bangsamoro Basic Bill. House Majority Leader Natalie Gonzalez said Resolution number 1, authored by Speaker Feliciano Belmonte, which proposes charter reforms, is a top priority for approval.
True to tell, talaga medyo late na talaga kung next week pa. Might as well, it will not make any difference whatsoever.
Reforming restrictive provisions of the Constitution has been a major advocacy of the Philippine Business Group, composed of the Makati Business Club and the Joint Foreign Chambers of Commerce in the Philippines. While the President's reform agenda of good governance sustained economic growth, the flow of foreign capital to the country has been very slow compared with other ASEAN countries. The proposed amendments calls for the insertion as may be provided for by law. Speaker Belmonte said it's the key that will empower Congress in the future to reform the following provisions of the Charter: the grant of land ownership to foreigners, open opportunities to invest in public utilities to include power, infrastructure, advertising, media, and education. Makati Business Club President Ramon Del Rosario stressed the reforms will boost the entry of foreign investments to enhance the country's competitiveness, sustain economic growth, and reduce poverty incidence. A major hurdle to overcome is the President's resistance to charter change.
It's a choice we have to make, and we in the business community have made our sentiments felt very strongly. We feel very strongly that this is the time to remove those restrictions from our Constitution and leave it to Congress to deal with those areas where we want to maintain some restrictions or remove the restrictions totally. That's really what will happen if these restrictions are removed from the Constitution. It's an important step, only an important first step.
For the People's Television Network, this is Freddie Abando reporting.